I thought Alabama's defense last year was embarrassing for their standard, but Oklahoma's defense, it was like that one-ply toilet paper you had in the middle school bathroom. And I want y'all to look at it from this standpoint because I think it's going to change your perspective on the situation. Can y'all believe it? It's Friday. This week, at least to me, it feels like it flew by. Feels like yesterday was Tuesday, then boom, go to sleep, wake up, it's Friday. I hope each and every single one of you had a great week. If not, hope this video can cap it off and make it a little bit better. Sit back, relax, let's get away from reality, and let's talk about some football. And also real quick, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is this is the last week, and I'm going to repeat this, the last week that we don't have a college football preview. Because guess what? Next week, we're doing the week 0 preview. For those of you that don't know this, there's going to be about, what is it, like 5, 6, 7 games next Saturday? It's going to be here before we know it, so that's the good news. And the bad news is, and this isn't really in the college football world, but apparently there's supposed to be some huge and mega heat wave coming into the United States, I think around the middle of the United States. And from everything I've seen, it looks like everybody's going to be affected by it. They're labeling it as like a heat dome where it's going to be brutally hot the next couple of weeks and it's not even going to rain. And I heard in some places in Texas, it's going to get up to 117 degrees. Woo! Man, oh man, that's crazy. It's hot where I'm at in northern Alabama, but it's not that hot. So I hope all of you are prepared for that. Hope you're staying cool. And by the way, just between me and you, I kind of hope this heat wave, it kills my grass. I'm tired of cutting grass. And some of y'all think I'm playing, I'm not. If this heat wave killed my grass, I'd be a happy man because it's rained almost every single day the past couple of weeks. I've had to cut grass every 3 to 4 days. So yeah, I hope all of you are staying cool the next couple of weeks and you're getting ready for football just like myself. In today's video though, we got to talk about not one but two of the biggest brands in all college football. The Oklahoma Sooners, and I love that fan base, and the Auburn Tigers. With Auburn, we're not going to spend too much time talking about them, but they have some news surrounding the quarterback position, which is a big deal itself because if you don't have a quarterback, you're not going to win games, especially not in the SEC. And on the other side of things, we got to talk about one of the newest SEC members, the Oklahoma Sooners, and what's going on with them. Well, I'll just tell you this much before we even get into it. They didn't deserve this. And the main reason I'm even bringing this up is because I've even had Oklahoma fans tell me, yo, Matt, I don't think we deserve this either. We're going to talk all about that. I don't even know the last time we talked about the Oklahoma Sooners. It had to be well over a month and a half to 2 months ago. I'm always excited to talk about them. Hope all of you are as excited to get into this video as I am. All right, Matt, blah, blah, shut the crap up. Now without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, I know we're all sidetracked in this video. We're all over the place talking about the weather, talking about cutting grass, but check out this comment. This was on one of the recent videos. Mr. Gump said this: with all the insanity going on in the world, it's good to have a channel like this to take your mind off of it for a while. Thanks, Matt. I thought that was ironic because in the intro and normally in all my videos, I'm like, hey, let's get away from reality. Let's kick back, relax, talk about some college football. That's what this community is about and everybody a part of it. Y'all know how amazing it is. And like always, thank you for the kind words, Mr. Gump. But the reason I'm bringing it up because somebody replied to that comment and said, he's not your friend. Well, I hate to inform you, but me and Mr. Gump are friends. And then if that wasn't good enough for you, JoJo coming in hot here said, did he say he was his friend? Keep your negative energy to yourself, buddy. Then the same guy replied and said, he's not your friend either. Well, I hate to inform you again, but me and JoJo are also friends. Moral of the story is, don't attack our college football community because, yeah, we may have our disagreements because we're passionate about our teams and whatnot, and we may bump heads, but at the end of the day, we love one another and we have mutual respect. Thank you again to Mr. Gump for those kind words, but let's start off with, where y'all want to start around with? We can start with Oklahoma, Auburn. I say we talk about Auburn for a couple of seconds here. We're not going to spend too much time talking about this, but I did want to share this news because it was trending yesterday. To give y'all some context, for those of you that don't know, Auburn's starting quarterback last year was Robbie Ashford. And I think the best way to say this is last year, with the talent he had surrounding him and the awful head coach he had in Brian Harsin, he did okay. I really didn't think Robbie Ashford played bad last year, but he didn't play good. I'm just going to say he played decent. In the offseason, though, Auburn felt like they needed to improve the quarterback position, so they went in the transfer portal and they got former Michigan State starting quarterback Peyton Thorne. That was a big pickup, and I even stated months ago Peyton Thorne was going to win the starting quarterback job. I like Robbie Ashford as a person. He's a super beyond talented athlete, but he can't pass the football. It is what it is, and if you can't pass vertically up and down in the SEC, you are going to struggle to win games. And for that reason alone, that's why I projected Peyton Thorne months ago to win the starting job. And well, you know where I'm about to go with this. It was announced yesterday he won the starting job. That's pretty much all there is to it. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you think about Peyton Thorne. I can tell you this much. I am beyond ecstatic for this Auburn football season. There's so many teams I'm looking forward to see play. Of course, Alabama. I want to see how Georgia's going to do with a new quarterback. Ohio State with their new quarterback. How's Colorado going to do? But also a team that nobody's talking about that I'm extremely invested in is the Auburn Tigers. I want to see if Hugh Freeze, he's still got it and he can turn around the program. And by the way, I think he can. He's doing a heck of a job, and as a Bama fan myself, I'll tell you straight up, you give this guy a good quarterback, he can do some crazy things. And we all know in Jordan-Hare Stadium, there's some witchcraft going on as well. I wouldn't be shocked if this Auburn football team goes out there and upsets some teams they have no business beating next year. Keep your eyes on them. No, I'm not saying they're going to win 10 games, but wouldn't be shocked if they pull off 8 and maybe at max 9. I know that's pushing it, but I don't think it's crazy. Moving along here, though, to our second topic, and I guess you'd say the main topic of the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we got to talk about the Oklahoma Sooners. I can't even find the dang comment anymore. I don't know where it went. I found one like it, but the original one was better, but I'll just show you this one. Anyways, in my recent, and I'm sure some of you may have saw this video, where the new AP poll came out, I had a reaction to it, and I basically went on a rant. Went on a tangent rant. I said it was awful, blah, 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 blah. And I had an overwhelming amount of Oklahoma fans comment on that video saying, Matt, you know what? To be honest, although I love my Oklahoma Sooners, I don't think we deserve to be in the top 25. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I kind of skimmed past that part and I didn't really think about it too much. But in recent videos, and I stated this a couple months ago where I think I had my own preseason poll, I stated that Oklahoma, exactly word for word, they don't deserve to be in the top 25. After what happened last year, getting embarrassed by Texas, getting embarrassed by TCU, in which both games opposing teams could have scored 100 points if they wanted to, no, you don't deserve to be in the top 25. No way. It's hard for me to even fathom the thought that these words are about to come out of my mouth. But Oklahoma with Brent Venables had one of the worst defenses in the country last year. And all everybody said is, oh, well, they've improved it. They've done this, they've done that. Talk is cheap. I got to see it on the field. Because what I saw last year, it was embarrassing. I thought Alabama's defense last year was embarrassing for their standard, but Oklahoma's defense, it was like that one-ply toilet paper you had in the middle school bathroom. Saying it was awful would be an understatement. It was so bad. Let me put it into perspective. This is no joke. I remember watching the Texas game and the TCU game. It was so bad when the other team had the ball. I just got up and went to the bathroom. I came back, touchdown. There's another time TCU just got the ball. I got up, went to my fridge, walked back to my couch, touchdown. You had guys missing assignments left and right. It looked like a pee-wee football team. But anyways, I don't want to go into Oklahoma defensive rant. You get my point. Your defense was awful. Now, I also want to make this point extremely clear, and it's why it makes for a good argument. Is Oklahoma currently a top 25 team? Probably. You got to remember, they just had a heck of a recruiting class that is currently coming in. They got their starting quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, coming back. BV, which is Brent Venables, he's entering year 2. Everything's lining up and looking like, in my personal opinion, they're a top 25 team. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about, do they deserve to be in the top 25 after what happened last year? Oklahoma fans have persuaded me in this argument, and let's be real here, I think most people would agree with this. No, they don't deserve to be in the top 25, at least not in the preseason poll. There's no question marks on the offensive side of the ball. We know they're going to average about 38, 42 points per game. It's the defense. That's it. We need to see the defense improve. And I want y'all to look at it from this standpoint because I think it's going to change your perspective on the situation. If you were to take away the logo, take away the brand, and you had this same team go, what'd they go? Was it 6 and 7 last year? Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, yeah, I was right. They went 6 and 7. But you have the same team, take away the logo, and you got them going into next year with one of the worst defenses in the country. Do you think they'd be in the top 25? I don't. I stated this in the AP poll reaction video. The top 25 just hypes up the season for these big-time brands so people tune into the games. This is no lie. Alabama this year could go 3-9, and I promise you, I guarantee you, next year, they'd be ranked inside the top 15 in the AP poll. Promise you. And I'll be the first to tell you, does Alabama deserve to be in the top 25 after going 3-9? No. But it's going to happen. Or it would happen. This is all theoretically speaking. To me, at least, I don't really have a problem with putting Oklahoma at number 20, but it sort of gives these players from last year a sense of entitlement. You went 6 and 7, had a terrible year for your standards, and you're still in the top 25. It shows the players, hey, we don't really got to work for nothing. They're still going to respect us. And that's a very, and I mean a very bad thing. It's like a spoiled child. And I think another comment, couldn't find it, but somebody was like, yo, I'm an Oklahoma fan, Matt, but Arkansas, they deserve to be in the top 25 as well. And I agree. How does Oklahoma crack the top 25, but Arkansas does not? And I could sit up here and nitpick all day long. What about Texas Tech? How's the Raiders not in the top 25? And oh yeah, what about this? South Carolina, who went 9-4 last year, they're not in the top 25, but Oklahoma is? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me, man. I didn't even think about that, but that's the greatest point I could ever present to you. We'll see what happens. Oklahoma's a pretty fascinating team. Who they got week 1? Okay, Arkansas State, Cupcake, SMU. That might be a sneaky game. Then you got what's up with all these cupcakes? Tulsa, Cincinnati. The first 4 weeks, you got a bunch of cupcakes. Or first 5 weeks, then you got Iowa State, then you got to go to Texas. I'm going to be real with y'all. There is no reason that Oklahoma shouldn't be heading into that Texas game 5-0. And looking past the Texas game, dang, their schedule's easy as crap. UCF, mid. Kansas, mid. Oklahoma State, mid. West Virginia, mid. And then you got TCU. You play 2 ranked teams all year long. You better relish and enjoy this opportunity, because when you come to the SEC, no, it ain't even going to be close to being this easy. There's no excuse for Oklahoma not to win at bare minimum 8 games this year. And I really want to say 9 games should be the lowest bar. We'll see what happens. They got a lot to prove, and I do admire and respect Oklahoma fans for telling me in the comment section, hey, Matt, love my team, but we need to prove ourselves first. Do respect that. Much love to the Oklahoma Sooner Nation. Let me know your thoughts down below. But,